Day 36, how I was conned out of over $2 million. So at this point in the story, you know that the court is supposedly going in Steph's favor and things are looking bad for Celia, and she's been held in contempt of court once and dragged off in handcuffs, and Steph thinks this is so funny because, she's finally getting her just due because she's this evil, evil person that, deserves everything that she gets. And she has all of our money and won't give it back because she's just trying to drag this court case out because this is the last of 3 court cases apparently she has to settle before she's already going to be doing some prison time in Singapore, and they want her to settle this case in court before she actually goes into the system. And the holidays are coming up. This is around the end of 2022, and the holidays are coming up, and this court in Singapore supposedly closes for a month between sometime mid-December and mid-January or something like that for the end of the year. I don't really know. I did look it up online though, and it did say that Singapore does do that. So, Stephanie, she was smart. She did a lot of research on this, apparently everything that she made up. So she said that they wanted her to go into a mediation before the end of the year. And it's like a week-long mediation, but yet we have to pay, or she has to pay another like $20,000 or $30,000, some crazy amount. But basically the court is forcing her to do this mediation, her and Celia. So, she goes into a mediation and Celia wants to give her back like the $280,000 in for the travel account and, another couple $100,000 in lawyer fees, and that's it. Well, at this point in the game, we're already out like, $1 million and $1.8 million, I think, something like that. And she's like, no way, we can't settle for this because obviously I can't be made anywhere near whole. She's not getting back any money that she supposedly put in, although nothing ever seems to be put in by her, really. She says she's borrowing money from her sisters, and she's not really telling them what it's about, or at least she's not telling me that she's telling them what it's about. She's giving me some roundabout story about how she can't tell them, or they'll just think she's crazy and they'll go tell her husband, and then he'll tell my husband, and we'll both be divorced. So but then I always have to pay the money back to the sisters because, she can't get the money to give them without her husband seeing it. And she's telling me that her husband is basically that he's showing signs of like dementia or Alzheimer's or memory loss. And so every single day he checks their bank accounts, and he has like a spreadsheet, and he makes sure that all the money's there, and he's going over every dime, which is funny because yet they're off blowing $500, $600, $700, $1,000 at the casino, or at least that's how much, she says that they lose, is he loses 500 and she loses 500 when apparently it was really, she was losing thousands and thousands of dollars. So how he didn't know is beyond me. But I guess we all went to the casino, and my husband and I went and played, slots together. And then they went off and he played Keno and she played slots by herself. So I didn't know how much she was pumping into the machines. But, so supposedly this settlement is not going to get anywhere near where we need it to be. So they can't come up with a settlement. And we had to pay like $20,000, I think, for this mediation. And I say we because she's telling me it's our court case, it's us, because, it's ours, it's our money, which is really my money and her court case. And at this point, then the court shuts down for a month, and we have to wait until we come into January of 2023 to start this all over. So this is where we're at. And again, it's insanity, but it keeps going, and this story keeps going. So come back for day 37. And again, ask me anything. I really am an open book. I'm sorry if I'm not great at these comments. I do go in every day and try to find the Instagram and Facebook and TikTok comments because I'm on all the platforms. If I'm missing a video here, I know they all get on Facebook if it's missing on TikTok or Instagram. So follow me on any of them. Everything's there. Ask me anything. Thanks for watching, and thanks for your support.